lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Jeremy Lee in the building and every guest that you ever needed. Sports cards after hours keep the hobby heated. Updates, hobby talk like you never seen it. Sports cards live and none could ever beat it. Sports cards is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. Fanatics Collect Weekly Auction Watch Party, all sports. It's June 15th. It's Father's Day, 2025. My name is Jeremy Lee. And here we go. Even starting this a couple minutes early because we got a lot to cover tonight. And hope all the dads out there had a great day. Hope you had a great day with all your dads out there. And if you don't have a dad, well, I hope you're having great thoughts about your dad. Well, what else is going on? I'm still, if you watched Sports Cards Live last night, I am still not feeling 100%. I'm certainly under the weather, but nothing like a little Tylenol cold won't help get you through a day. That's for sure. So glad to be here with all of you and some fun cards tonight. A couple of mine from the Joe Jackson consolidation are ending tonight in the Fund Your Cards filter. So we'll take a look at those a little bit later on. And if you're bidding on anything, there is the Sports Cards Live affiliate link in the chat pinned to the top and in the video description below. Feel free to click that before you make any bids or before you pay for any auctions. And yeah, the Oilers lost 5-2 last night to the Florida Panthers. And the Thunder caught up against the Pacers. So these series are a lot of fun right now. It's a fun year for playoff sports in my mind, at least. So what's up, Kevin Hawthorne? Welcome to the show. Random Esports, you are here. Let's go. What's up? Let's go. Laura, good evening to you. Hope all fathers are having a great day. No doubt. Very nice. The professor, it would not have worked for me at all today. Me and the professor were going to try and get together today. He's in town, and but we had my daughter's dance recital today. It was like, this thing went all day. It's crazy. You go to these dance recitals, and it's basically a 3 to 4 hour excursion for about 3 minutes, of payoff. And my daughter's her group was like third to the end. So, but it was a lot of fun nonetheless. And then leaving, we couldn't get out because it's right near, I guess, like downtown Calgary. It's right near City Hall, and there were protests going on. So it was tough getting out of downtown today. I don't know if you experienced any of that, Professor, where you were, but it was a tough day downtown there in Calgary. Sports cards is a lifestyle. You know it, James. You know it. Jake Dahl, what's going on? Good to see you here in the chat again. Well, listen, I did hit go live a couple minutes early tonight because I've added some soccer cards, a soccer page, because I'll explain when we get to it, but let's jump in and let's just talk about some baseball. And I don't usually look at 1941 play ball cards unless it's a Ted Williams or a Joe DiMaggio or my favorite guy right here, Pee Wee Reese. But this Bobby Dewar and the Charlie Gehringer, look at these cards. Like, aren't these just beautiful pieces of art? Full body poses of the players, nice detailed backgrounds. You look at the Bobby Dewar, you look at the Charlie Gehringer, and then if you come down and look at these ones, the Hank Greenberg, the Ted Williams, the Pee Wee Reese, different backgrounds. It's interesting, and I'm just kind of noticing this. So I don't know, just bear with me here, but the Pee Wee Reese and the Ted Williams are very similar, right? You got the portrait of the player, you got a shadow coming off of them. Even Hank Greenberg, it's not a portrait, it's a full body shot, and you have a little bit of a shadow coming off of his feet down there. Whereas these detailed backgrounds. So you kind of ask yourself, what were they thinking? Why did some players get detailed backgrounds, other ones didn't? It's like the 52 Parkhurst hockey set. It's very similar that way. Some of the backgrounds are detailed, and some are just like one color, full stop shops, just like the Greenberg and the Williams here. But I do love this set. It's beautiful. The only card I own from this set at the moment is a Pee Wee Reese, and it's his rookie card. I love the Pee Wee Reese rookie card. I think it pairs really well with the Jackie Robinson. So if you're looking for a Pee Wee Reese rookie, this is an SGC 4.5. As you can see, it is off center, but it looks to be a nice card nonetheless. And I don't know. Like sometimes you just want to grab the card. I think my advice is wait for the copy that speaks the most to you, that you can afford, and all that. Of course, that makes a lot of sense to me. But that's what, not everybody really proceeds in that way. So if this is a card for you, go ahead and grab it for sure. The Ted Williams, this is a card that has grown on me over time. And we were talking last night on Sports Cards Live about type collecting, and then we advance it to flight collecting, which was Joe Perot mentioned that you get a flight of beers at a pub or whatever. You're trying all the different beers, and you're not just trying one, you're trying to say 4 of them. Well, type collecting usually I think it kind of inherently means that you're collecting one card of each type, one from each set. But why not have a flight of cards from each set? That's how I want to collect. So I'm gonna eventually add to my Pee Wee Reese with for sure a Joe DiMaggio. That's the #1 card on my want list. But then I'd like to add a Ted Williams as well. Maybe a Hank Greenberg again. I had one for a short time. I don't have it anymore. I gave it up in the Joe Jackson transaction. But I maybe will add a Hank Greenberg again. These two guys, I'm not going to add these two cards. These players don't speak to me. But look at those cards in any event. I think they're just absolutely stunning pieces of cardboard art. And I almost wish that these were different players. At least the Joe DiMaggio has a nice background as well. Not too much detail, but it's got some nice color to it. And the 1909 T206 Ty Cobb bat on shoulder SGC 2.5. So just looking at this card briefly, I mean, this is a great copy to me. Really, it's low grade because of the corners, because the image is very nice. The color is bold. The registration is strong. The centering is strong. Just those corners have nice, even rounding, which, I think it's sexy. So I think that's a great example right there. All right, well, we got some T206. We got some 1941 play ball. And then you got the 1948 Leaf Ted Williams, another card. This is one of the most iconic cards in the hobby. Such a great image of Ted Williams. This copy in particular, it's an SGC 5, above average eye appeal from Fanatics Collect, top 30%. And this card, like, again, in terms of flight collecting, if I can call it that without snickering, I think it's a nice term. To go with your Jackie Robinson, your Warren Spahn, or my Jackie Robinson, my Warren Spahn. I will one day have a copy of this Ted Williams card. So maybe a couple Ted Williams cards coming my way over the next little bit. I have his rookie already, so maybe getting a couple of these other ones. You can have, you can put some Ted Williams cards together, and then you can put some 48 Leaf cards together, some 41 play ball cards together. Like, I just like grouping cards together and enjoying them that way. But this is a pretty nice copy. It's a PSA era, an SGC 5, and the centering is really strong, not perfect. Seems to have a little bit of like print defect speckling in different places, but nothing too serious. Great red and blue colors. Centering's good. Corners look good. Edges look good. It's a $4,000 right now. Very nice card. Very nice card right there. Roberto Clemente's rookie in a PSA 6. I think there's a couple in the auction tonight. This one, though, is the better centered copy. And, this card, it's hard to find this card perfectly centered. And this is not perfectly centered, but it's very strong. Top to bottom, really good. Left to right, really good. It's a bit off to the right. It's maybe a bit high, but it's still a pretty well-centered copy right there. $7,250 for this 6. I used to have a 6, and mine was not as well-centered as this one. So 55 tops, beautiful set. 56 is very similar to the 56 set as well, which would have his second-year card. But this is the one and only Roberto Clemente rookie. So can't really argue with that card. Not that a card is going to argue back. Okay, being silly. Yogi Berra, 1957 tops, PSA 6. This card I was very seriously considering bidding on because, number one, it's nice and cheap, so it's not going to break the bank or the budget for me right now. I'm collecting 1957 tops cards, not the whole set. I'm really customizing a checklist for myself. Yogi Berra definitely on that checklist for me. The reason why I'm not going to go after this card is this is just not the copy for me. The grade is perfect. The price point is perfect for me, but and the centering is exactly what I'm looking for. But what I'm not looking for are these yellow, this yellow section here with all this yellow coming through. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's on all the copies. If it is, someone let me know, please. Maybe I'll change my mind. I didn't research that, but it feels out of place. I've seen enough copies on this that I think I would have noticed it before. So that's why I'm not betting on this card. But if that doesn't bother you, this is a really nice copy of the Yogi Berra 57 Topps card. All right, let's keep on rolling through baseball. The Carl Yastrzemski rookie card, 1960 Topps, above average eye appeal by Fanatics Collect, top 30%. It's a PSA 8. This is such a classic card, like such an iconic card, in my opinion. Look at that. I mean, when it's so big, isn't that just, it's just beautiful. I like his second year. The 61 Yastrzemski uses the same image as him. And, you know, you've got more Yastrzemski and less of this ribbon, less of the orange background. But this is a pretty cool card. Sport Magazine, 1960 Rookie Star. This card just, it's so familiar to me. And now I don't have one right now. I've had one in the past. And moving forward, I don't think that I would reacquire one of these. I think I'd actually go for his second year card for my personal collection at this point in time, just because I prefer the image. But this is iconic, certainly an iconic card. 2,600 for the PSA 8 Yastrzemski. 72 Topps Clemente. Now, again, just to remind you guys, I go through these auctions a couple times leading up, and I pick out the cards that I'm interested in, really, and I try to pick out some that maybe I think other people will be interested in. I also look at the kind of highest value cards. I try and strike a balance between all three of those in terms of what cards we're going to look at on this show, and then I try to limit it to 24, like one page per sport. So these are cards that I'm interested in, that I like. They catch my eye. And the 72 Topps Clemente PSA 9 mint condition, it catches my eye. The 72 Topps set, some of you guys might remember, really started growing on me back in December. I was on vacation in Arizona, and I picked up the Fergie Jenkins card, and I really started to inspect the card and the design. And I love, it's kind of funny, and maybe it's pretty minor, but I really just love these stars that they have on either side of the team name on the marquee up here. I think that's just so cool. But the Clemente, you know, I don't collect Clemente, but one of the things I love about this card is the ball. You don't even really notice it until you notice it, but he's throwing the ball up and down to himself here. There it is right there. I don't know. I think that's a cool detail. It's also my birth year, so it's a card that a year that eventually I will pursue, you know, a flight of maybe having 3 or 4 cards from the set. I already have the Fergie, so we'll see where I go from there. But 15 1/4 for this beautiful PSA 9 copy right here. The Griffey Tiffany Topps Traded Rookie, 1989. That's a PSA 8. This, I think, is the perfect card for somebody who wants an awesome card in their collection, but doesn't want to spend PSA 10 or even 9 money. This is a key Griffey rookie, and it's the Tiffany. It's the nicer of the Topps versions. It's got that gloss on it. These were not pack pulled. These came out in factory sets only. So some people might not consider them rookies. I do. For whatever reason, I make an exception to the pack pulled rule when it comes to factory sets. And this to me is a rookie card all day long. And it looks nice for an 8. It looks nice. The centering, I find with this set, you can be thrown off by the centering left to right because of the curve and the border up here. It almost makes this left border look wider than the right corner. Like when I look at this card, it seems to me like it's off center to the right. But when you kind of look at those borders, it is, but it's minorly off centered. Anyway, for a PSA 8, I think this is a good value buy. If that's something that would interest any of you guys out there tonight. All right, keeping on going. Oh, we have the 9 right here. That's right. We're going to contrast the value, the final prices of the 8. It's at 190 right now, and the 9's at 370. So you do have your option. And actually, look at this 9. It is better centered. I would say left to right, this is perfectly centered. Top to bottom, it's a little bit high. And again, my eyesight might not be perfect, but a little bit high. But 370, so you can get the 9 or the 8 tonight. And of course, you're not paying PSA 10 money for what is a key Griffey rookie. A fun Griffey card, blowing the bubble gum, 95 Pinnacle Museum Collection, BGS 8 for $90 right now. It's got some nice foil happening. And the 97 Flair Showcase Diamond Cuts Griffey, PSA 10, $370. When I was going on a 90s insert run myself, and this was going on for the past 7 or 8 years. This is one card that I always kind of had on my radar, but I never purchased. I've never owned it. And I just think it's a really well-designed card. Like, look at this thing. You've got the baseball diamond on the bottom, kind of overlaid on a emerald gemstone. And then above, you've got the diamond. And of course, they play on a diamond, right? Dufex, thank you. Yes, Dufex. It just didn't come to me quick enough there. Didn't come to me quick enough. Dufex, what Linda's first is talking about is the surface on the Griffey Museum collection with the bubble gum. It's a Dufex card. But back to the diamond collection, or the diamond cuts. I just think this is a really nice card. It's die cut, which I'm a fan of die cut cards. PSA 10, $370. I don't know what the population is off the top of my head, but maybe we'll leave that one open. And or actually, let's just do this really quick, guys. I'm going to open up the PSA not set registry, the PSA. Here, let's just bring it over here. We're going to go to cert verification. That'll take us to the pop report. So 9162, 3640, search, and this will give us the pop of the diamond cuts Griffey. Oh, look at that. Look at that, even a different view. 100, exactly 100. That's not so bad. They even estimate the value of 750. Population 100 and PSA 10, and sitting at 370 right now. So a couple of fun, well, 3 or 4, even 4 fun Ken Griffey Jr. cards. And look, here's number 5 right here. We've got the 97 Topps Chrome Refractor in a PSA 9. Refractors are, people do the refractor runs for their players, and Griffey's no exception. PSA 9, $875 right now. Nice looking card. Sammy Sosa Fleer Brilliance 24 karat gold PSA 8. These are serially numbered out of 24. This is at $1,750. This is a big card. I mean, Sammy Sosa isn't the most popular player to collect, but 24 karat gold Fleer Brilliance are very popular to collect. Only 24 made. I mean, that's a small print run for a card from 1999, you guys. And these 24 karat Brilliance have really caught on in the last couple of years. So I'm not surprised at $1,750, pop 4, 2 graded higher. And Frank Thomas Star Quest Gold PSA 6. These are out of 100, as most of you guys probably know. Pop 1, only 4 graded higher, $460. This seems very low to me. And again, I don't know comps. I say I don't know comps. Why don't we look at comps? Why don't we go have a quick look at comps? Because, well, just why not? So let's just log into Card Ladder here and go to the sales history, and we're going to search for Thomas Star Quest Gold, and let's see what comes up. $1,697 for the last one in PSA 8, and before that $1,560 PSA 8, both in 2024. And then earlier, back in 2023, these things were going for $700, $375, $355, and then, well, those are other cards. So we're really just looking right here. But the 2 most recent sales, I think, are the most relevant. The grade matters, but not as much as on other cards, because these are only out of 100, and Star Quest Golds are certainly very popular. So I really do expect this number to at least double, if not more, by the end of the night. All right, this Shohei just sort of caught my eye, as these cards do. Look at this. We have $3,000 on the Shohei here. The Jeter 1 of 1 Topps Transcendent Superfractor Auto, $2,900. And the Shohei Topps Dynasty Auto Patch out of 5, dual patch out of 5 is at $3,500. These Shoheis are nice. Like, if you're collecting Shohei auto patches, well, here's 2 you kind of need to have, I would think. BGS 95 on this one, $3,000. As I said, only 3 of these made too. That's pretty cool. Those are a couple of nice Shoheis right there. And the Jeter, I mean, I love the Superfractor stock. It looks so nice. And this is just a nicely well-designed card. It's a in the spirit of the 1958 top set. Really nice row here of Shoheis and Jeters. And then the final 3 cards, well, another Transcendent Superfractor Jackson Holiday 1 of 1 at $2,700. Looks a lot like the Yastrzemski rookie we talked about earlier, doesn't it? Exactly like the Yastrzemski rookie. They even have, oh, look at what they did here, though. They have Topps magazine, where the Yastrzemski card, I think it said Sports magazine, didn't it? At the top, where did it go? Yeah, it says Sport magazine, and then this one says Topps magazine. That's a subtle change. I like that. They got the autograph right there, and it's a 101 Superfractor. Nice looking card. $2,700 currently on the Jackson Holiday. A beautiful Nolan Ryan autograph. This just caught my eye. Something about the colors and the design, the colors of his uniform, the colors of the card, the placement of the autograph. Like, what a well-designed card. Look at that. I mean, he's in, just mid-pitch form, early pitch form, I guess you could say. This is out of 20. Looks to have a really nice surface, some nice foil. This is I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful card. And again, it caught my eye. That's why I'm looking at it with you guys. $185 right now on the Nolan Ryan. This Mike Trout Topps Dynasty Special Event Leather Auto, 5 copies made. Just a cool card. Look at that piece of leather right there with all the stitching from a baseball. Really well-designed card. Sometimes, I'm grateful I don't collect some of these things because I don't have the wherewithal to collect like everything, but I find I like so many cards, guys. So there's baseball. There's the baseball we're looking at tonight, 11 minutes away from all access extended bidding. Let's go to a couple of comments here, guys, and see what guys and gals and see what's going on. Professor Center Street was all clear. Yeah, I was on First. That's where the city hall is. What's going on? Robert Scott, those ballpark backgrounds are beautiful. Yes, on these 41 play balls. They sure are. What's up, Wesley Collects? Welcome to the show. Jeff McMahon, welcome back to you too. Linda's first. The 57 top scene is a bit generic and plain compared to other top sets that surround it from the 50s. Yeah, it is. It's about the 57 top set is about the photographs to me. It's all about the images on the card. The design is very simple. It's just and that's what I love about it. I love it for its simplicity. That's why I'm collecting it. But again, we all like what we like, right? No need to justify. Dufex, thank you for that. Oh, so what's Laura bidding on? What did Laura say? Final bid. Oh, is it Jacob bidding on? What am I missing here? Oh, Jacob was just outbid on the 56 Topps Mini Minoso. Ah, okay. So, well, sorry you were outbid. Yeah, I'm curious. Just like, oh, you're not sure you may bid again. All right. Well, good luck to you if you do. For sure, if you do. All right. We'll roll up to the top here. Let's go on to some. Oh, what are we doing here? Let's go to basketball. All right. Here's basketball, guys. Just like last week or 2 weeks ago, I should say, Pete Maravich, PSA 8 Topps rookie card, PSA 8 top 30% eye appeal, $2,600. That's about $325,000 less than a PSA 10 sells for. And this is a really nice copy as well. Just like a couple weeks ago. Hey, for all I know, this is the same copy. Maybe it didn't get paid for. I doubt that. This one does have a little bit of surface issue, but nothing that really would keep it out of my collection. Look how well centered that is too. These Maravich non-PSA 10s are just value buys, in my opinion, guys. Second year Magic Johnson, first solo card, BGS 9.5, pop 14, none higher, $1,400. This and the Larry Bird are a couple of cards that I think are just ripe for the pairing together. Obviously, they share the rookie card the year earlier, but their second year cards are just awesome. Such an 80s looking card too. Michael Jordan, PSA 1.5 with exceptional eye appeal, top 15%. Let's take a closer look at that because it's a 1.5. It's a very new grade. And look, this is an absolute beauty for the grade. It has problems, mostly in the top right corner. And, I don't want to say exclusively because it has other issues too. That top right corner is pretty bent up. A little bit of chipping across the top left corner, not perfect either. Those side edges look pretty good though. And then you've got a little bit of ding going on the bottom left. Bottom right's got a bit of a bend there and some border issues. But when you zoom out and you just look at this thing, like the color, the centering is great. This is a strong 1.5. I completely agree with the eye appeal assessment on this one. That's a very nice 1.5, $2,300 for that as we sit right now. Now, guys, it's the next 5 or 10 minutes is all Shaquille O'Neal. Lots of Shaq cards available tonight on Fanatics Collect, and a bit of a lesson in the Flair Showcase row 0, 1, and 2. We have 2 years worth of these. So first of all, 96 Flair Showcase Legacy. We've got row 0 over here on the right. We've got row 1 on the left, and we've got row 2 in the middle. Row 1 and 2 are out of 150. Row 0 is not numbered, and I'm kind of learning this as I go along with you right now. We are looking at BGS 7, 9, 9.5, $290 on the row 1, $625 on the row 2, $290 on the row 0. Now, I've never been a huge fan of these cards. I don't love the pictures they use. I just don't love the design. The pictures are fine. It's the design. I just don't love it, but people love these cards. And I completely respect that, of course. There's cards I like more that I would rather buy, but these cards are very popular. These two are serially numbered out of 150. That's pretty cool. So here's an option to get the whole rainbow, basically. But it's kind of neat to see them all at once. So those are the 96s. And then here, okay, we also have a Jordan SPX die cut auto PSA 6 at 16,500 right now. So I mean that card speaks for itself, right? But look at the auto on the MJ. That is wonderful. It's not perfect, but it's wonderful. Just a nice bold blue auto. 6 on the card, 8 on the auto. I'm not going to start hammering autograph grading as I always do, but this autograph is perfect to me. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. It would be perfect for me. And this card is something special. I remember when these came out, and they took the hobby by storm at the time with all the holograph and the die cut. It's a nice card. I'm not a huge hologram guy, but this is a nice looking card. I like the full body shot, the non-hollow full body shot as well. So that's a pretty special card there at 16.5 right now. And then we get into the 97. So let's just see here. Yeah, we've got the row 0 down here out of 250. We've got the row 1 and the row 2. Flair Showcase Legacy, Flair Showcase Legacy, Flair Showcase. So the legacies are a bit different. I don't know if there's a row 0 in the legacy. And I know that there's a row, well, there is maybe it's a row 1 or a row 2 in the showcase because it's out of 100. And just to, so you guys know, I don't, nor have I ever owned, I don't think I've ever owned any of these cards. I say I don't think because I've owned one like it, but I traded it away a couple nationals ago, and I don't even remember which exact card it was that I had. But I've never owned any of these Shaq cards. I'm not in the market for any of these. I just don't love them enough to buy them. But the row 1 out of 100 here is at 11.25. The row 2 out of 100 is at 700. I don't know. I think I like this one better. I think I like the row 2 better than the row 1. And then, but this is my favorite. I do like this card. I've owned cards from this design and set before, just not the Shaq. And this is out of 250. The one out of 100 has blue foil, where this just has silver foil. A card I do love, however, guys, is this right here. The Rubies. 97 Skybox Premium Star Rubies out of 50. BGS 9. Oh my gosh, I love this. Is this going to come through? It's not, is it? This card, I would love to buy this card. I'm not gonna. Oh, look, James Bond 007 out of 50. A good grade of 9 on this 90s insert. BGS 9 on the Rubies out of 50. And these are great in person. You know, the image is nice, but in person, that amoeba shape just moves and moves and moves, right? It's so cool. Yeah, BGS Pop 3, none higher. So far, that's my favorite card right there of the Shaqs for sure. Then we got his Z-Force Super Rave out of 50. Another Shaquille rare insert parallel out of 50. BGS 9 as well. So you can get the Rubies for $72.50 right now, or the Super Rave for $4,200. I much prefer the Rubies from an aesthetic perspective, but the Z-Force Super Rave is pretty darn nice as well. Look at that. That's pretty nice. One thing I don't like about this card, design-wise, is this this thing here, that's not a die cut. Like that's, maybe it was meant to be a die cut. I don't know what, does anyone know what that is? What is this black, almost looks like a C, like the letter C or something. What is that? I don't know what that is. There's something down there as well. Another, like those are not, that is not die cut. That is cardboard there still. But what is this here? This rectangle kind of coming out of his leg. And then this weird shape here. If anybody knows what that is, let me know. I'm curious. But it kind of, it doesn't ruin the card for me, but it certainly makes it much less desirable to me. Whereas, again, I love the rubies. Absolutely love it. And then the Ultra Stars Gold. I owned this card. I gave one up in my Joe Jackson consolidation. And this was a hard one to give up. One of the harder ones to give up, I would say, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. This is a BGS 9. Mine wasn't that high graded. Mine's a PSA 7, I believe. But this one's at $2,900. BGS Pop 10, 6 higher. Ultra Stars Golds are just beautiful, especially in hand. You have to hold them under the light, guys, and move them around. Just a beautiful card. And this is a great grade for this. They're fragile cards. We have the finest Centurion's Refractor Shaq at a 75. PSA 8. This is only at $850. I say only because it's out of 75. Pop 1, 10 graded higher. I mean, okay, maybe hold out for one of those 10 graded higher, or just buy this one as a PSA 8 and be pretty happy as we take a look. And I hope I can say, because it looks pretty darn good. And I'm going to say it looks pretty darn good. I noticed a little white spot right there, little white spot on his neck. That's about it. That's all I see wrong with it. Of course, we can't see everything that's wrong with the card in 2 dimensions, but this is a nice looking card. And I also like the back of this. I love the serial number stamp on these Centurions. I don't know. I know that's how we are as card collectors. We like weird things. All right, looks like we're in all access extended bidding, guys. Any card that didn't get a bid, well, any card that doesn't get a bid for the next half hour will sell for its current price. 98 Essential Credentials Future Allen Iverson, numbered out of 86. It's a PSA 9 Pop 4, 2 graded higher, $4,100. $4,100 on this Allen Iverson. One of my favorite. I'm pretty sure every year of Essential Credentials are one of my favorite years of Essential Credentials. I like the designs of just about all of them. And this one is no exception. So, and again, I've said it before, but I love the way there's the shadow coming off the name, and the foil pattern in the name is just beautiful. The name, the EX logo down there, the position up over here. It's a great looking card. Big fan of those. 4,100 on the Allen Iverson. So more Shaqs, guys. We've got the Slam Funk PSA 10, $850. This, I would say, is it's a popular card, but not as desirable as some of these other ones that we're looking at. I love this Kobe Elevators PSA 10. This card has a great design. I've never owned one of these elevators, and it's not something I'm going to go after, but I think that is just a gorgeous, gorgeous card. It almost reminds me a bit of the start of the Star Quest, not the Star Quest, the Ultra Stars Gold, in just the pattern of these kind of 3-dimensional cubes going on. It's a really nice design. These are beautiful in hand. I have seen them in hand. And then Raise the Roof Shaq. I own a copy of this card. I managed to salvage it within the Joe Jackson transaction, so I still own it. And it was a card I did not want to give up. I absolutely love it. It's out of 100. It's from Fleer Mystique. This card is awesome because, and now I will tell you, they do not look very good in BGS holders. They look way better in PSA holders. Mine's also in a BGS holder, and I think I will one day cross it over to PSA because really I want to enjoy it more, and I think I'll enjoy it more in that design. Yeah, Linda's first, the Kubert design. Well said, exactly. I just love this. But look at the back of these. The back's like another card almost. Full body shot on the back. You've got some text. You can read a story about the player. These are absolutely stunning cards, and they're thick. They're not like 130 point, but they're probably like 75 point thick cards, something like that. Really nice, solid cards. And yeah, super happy to own a copy of the Shaq myself. The BGS 8.5 here is at $4,200 right now. This is not a card that I like the looks of at all. the Kobe 2008 PMG red. It's a PMG. You know, these came out even before the retros came out in 2012. Probably the worst design we've ever seen on a PMG. And I think that I think there's something to be said that like the condition deteriorates over time on some of these. If anyone knows that, I remember, you know, hearing and seeing things about that. And this maybe looks like there are some issues with it. Yeah, like look, this is weird. It seems to be cracking. I think that I look at the crack. Yeah, okay, I'm right. There is cracking going on this card. So the 9.5 might be an overgrade on this, where the card is deteriorated in the slab. I believe that to be the case, guys. So be careful with this one. 97.50. I would stand off on this right now for sure. But hey, if you don't really care about that and you just want this card, well, by all means, go for it. It's numbered out of 50, 24 of 50 right there. Dual auto, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant out of 15 from 2008, Upper Deck Black. Black was a great set the couple years it came out. Nice designs. This, did I just note, this is strange. I think the Jordan auto looks to be on card, while the Kobe looks to be a sticker. Isn't that interesting? I just noticed that right now. Guys, I don't think I've ever seen a card that had a multiplayer autograph card that has one on card and one sticker auto. Interesting. I just noticed that right now. BGS 8 on the card. Are the autographs graded as well? They are not. That's fine. My preference, actually. Pretty cool card nonetheless. That Jordan autograph is beautiful. I mean, the Jordan autograph is really nice. The Kobe auto, it's okay, but it's not my favorite auto of his. But in any event, $13,500 on that card right now. Let's close up the Shaq, raise the roof. Let's close up the Shaq Superman. I love that Superman on the Super Rave. I don't know how they came up with that. We'll close up the rubies. And let's go on to the Panini Flawless Emerald Giannis Antetokounmpo patch auto out of 5. Why did this catch my eye, guys? Obviously because of that Harley Davidson patch. Like, look at that patch on there. Harley Davidson cycles. That is so cool. Isn't that cool? Now, I didn't know that Harley Davidson sponsored that team, the Bucks, or what I don't know what the deal is with that, but the enclosed game worn used material. So game used, that's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty cool. Harley Davidson on a basketball card. That's gonna potentially bring in some people from other space. Or if you're in the card game and you're also into Harleys, this is a card you might want to own right there for sure. 3,800 on that one right now. We have a Tyrese Halliburton rookie logo man patch out of 5, non-auto. There's no auto. It's at $15,500. Probably the best time to be selling this card is like today. PSA 8, Pop 1 graded high. There are 5 of them, and that's a pretty sweet card right there. Pretty sweet Halliburton. We have a Wembanyama Crown Royal Kaboom rookie CGC authentic at $3,000. And another Wembanyama. This is the Flawless Gold rookie out of 10. Comes with a little diamond in it. It's a PSA 10, Pop 1, $10,500, guys. $10,500. Pursuit, you're saying, looks like the light caught the Kobe sticker more. You think the Jordan is a sticker as well? Okay. Well, let's go back and have a look, because first of all, 10.5 on the Wemby, 3,000 on this Wemby, 15.5 on the Halliburton. We talked about the rest, where that dual auto go. Let's go in. I want to see if I can see that too. Oh, maybe I do see it. Maybe I'm seeing it from further away. I don't know. I see that line right there, but is that a scratch? Because I don't think that's the line. I don't think that's the line. Chris, I don't know. I don't think that's a sticker. Anyone else want to chime in here? Oh, that makes sense, Jake. Yeah, Harley originated here in Milwaukee. Oh, so that's where you are, Jacob. Very cool. Chris, I I don't think that's a sticker. I'm not seeing it. I think that's a scratch because it kind of doesn't continue. No sticker, says Wesley. Yeah, I mean, thanks for calling that out just in case, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. I'm going to stick with no sticker on that. Sticking with no sticker, guys. All right. That takes us to the end of the basketball page for now. Let's go to comments now, guys. Let's go back to comments for a moment here. Found treasures. Welcome to the show. Lots of Shaq cards. Linda's first. Yes, sir. The green halo around Shaq on the Star Ruby looks so cool. Yeah, such a beautiful card. Linda's first. Only a seasoned collector would say it looks so much better in a PSA holder than a BGS one. I mean, it's yeah. I almost feel dirty saying that, but it's true. It's just true. Like BGS slabs, the plastic is just it's not that transparent. It's not as transparent as the others, and it scuffs so easily. You have to really protect your BGS slabs, and sometimes they. Actually, I remember one time I got a card graded by BGS. This was at the Burbank, one of the Burbank shows. And I got it back. I was like, the slab's a mess. So I took it back and said, you guys got to reslab this for me. Look at this. How do you let this out of the shop? They reslabbed it for me. I didn't hassle them again, but it wasn't perfect again. Like their plastic is, it's just unacceptable for me. So yeah, I would certainly cross it over in that case. Anyway, Wesley, besides vintage, Jordan is my jam. Yeah, I hear that. You're not alone on that one. Junk Wax Museum says, got to be a double sticker. Well, I don't know. I'm not seeing it, but yeah. Linda's first says, is that line a design feature? It looks perfectly centered and it's a perfect line. Yeah, I mean, well, okay, let's go back and take another look at it. One more time, guys. One more time. Yeah, it's a design. Is it not a design? Yeah, because look, there's a line right there too under the sticker. See that line? And it kind of curves down, and the line here kind of curves up. I think it's a design feature. Yeah, good call out there, Linda's first. I think that's what that is. It is a perfect line. It is perfectly centered. That, yeah, okay. We're gonna go with that. Junk Wax Museum, can we get you on side? Can you come over and just, come to our side of the fence here that this is not a sticker? Pursuit, how about you? Can you get there as well? The auto is within that line, says Junk Wax. Yeah, sort of. It kind of touches the auto right there in a way. So, okay, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Let the bidders on that card make up their own minds for what that is at this point. So there's basketball, guys. Let's go to hockey. All right. Second year Bobby Orr PSA 2. I mean, it's a PSA 2. We have to look at these low grades to see if they are, shooting above their grade class. This one's nice, but it's not, it's not like I wouldn't be buying this 2 thinking I got, a 4 disguised as a 2. It's got some registration issues. His face is a little blurry. You can see a shadow coming off his jersey here. Top corners are certainly dinged and rounded, which is fine. The centering is definitely off. It's a fine 2. It's a fine 2, I would say, on the Bobby Orr. $270 right there. PSA 10, third year Gretzky. 1981 tops. It's his third year. It's a PSA 10, $1,475. The O-Pee-Chee is going to run you a lot more on a PSA 10, but this is the tops copy. And if you're doing all the Gretzkys, well, this is one that you'll want. So is the one next to it, the 84 PSA 10 Gretzky. Now, I did give mine up in my consolidation. This actually might be my card. I'm not certain. If this is mine or not. So, but let's look at it. I actually don't know. I can check after just by my image and see if I have the same serial number in my collection. But in the meantime, I love dissecting the Yzerman from this year. So why not dissect the Gretzky too? While I don't know if it's mine, what I'm looking for is our breaks between this black circle that outlines the portrait and the blue background and the navy. And this one seems to be pretty tight from a registration perspective. I should know my own cards, right? Centering wise, really strong. Left to right, it's not perfect, but it's very, very strong. Top to bottom appears to maybe a tad high top to bottom. I don't think this is my copy. Hold on, guys. Please bear with me. I am going to go check and see if this is my card that is being sold tonight. If it is, I'll certainly let you know. So let's see, where am I going to find that right now? I have moved thing. I'm going to go to my folder called Joe Jackson Fund. I'm going to just sort of scroll through these, and I just want to be transparent with y'all and let you know if this is my card, but it's going to take me a second to find it. So I'm going to keep on talking as if I'm saying really important stuff so I don't lose you guys. Okay, I think I'm going to, here we go. Here's my copy. Not my card. No, mine is mine has a different serial, or had a different serial number. Mine ends in 703. Yeah, mine's nice too. Mine actually, just to show you guys, the copy that I have here, the blue, it just seems a little bit brighter. That was my copy. That I'm not sure if we've sold it yet. Actually, I'd have to check. But anyway, that was my copy. This one is not my copy. This one does seem a little bit duller in color, and I don't mess with my photo settings when I scan my cards. So anyway, it's a PSA 10 84 O-Pee-Chee Gretzky, one of the coolest designs of the 80s as well, with the additional portrait shot on the front. $13.75 as we sit right now on that one. This is cool. 88 top stickers, PSA 10 Gretzky. Now this is one that, you know, it's not the base card. It's a insert, a sticker, but it's a nice card, right? And I wonder what the population is. So let's go to the PSA pop report here, and where can we enter another cert number? Right there. Okay, so the cert number on this, I want to see the pop 8494 646225, I believe it was. Let's see. Population on the, oh, we got to go further. There's another card with that same serial number, 93. Pop 93 for an 80s Gretzky. If you're doing the Gretzky run, you probably want to own this card. At 110 bucks, guy, that seems like a steal for me right now. Anyway. All right. Let's see what's next. Nicholas Lidstrom, 1991 Upper Deck Young Guns. Now, this is not his rookie card, guys. He has a card in, this is from like the high numbers in 91 Upper Deck. In the low numbers, or just the basic year, the basic set, I should say, he's got a Team Sweden card that is considered his rookie card. And this is where the whole rookie card designation doesn't really make sense, but it kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. You know, his Team Sweden card is, I think it's card number 26 in the set overall. And it's a great card, but it's not an in-action card. I believe it's like a portrait card. And he's obviously not featured in an NHL uniform. But later on, they put out the high numbers, and they have him in a Detroit Red Wings uniform, and it's a Young Guns. So to me, this is the better of the two cards. I don't have either. If I had one, this would be the one. This is the Lidstrom, you know, early card that I would want. Even though it's junk wax, it's a cool card. 94 Stadium Club Finest Inserts Gretzky PSA 10 Pop 6. I used to own a copy of this card. Sold it a couple of years ago, I think. It's a cool piece. And I always thought that it was undervalued. And I still think it's undervalued, even though I don't own one anymore. $130 for a Pop 6 PSA 10 Gretzky from 1990s, from 94. Like, come on. That's a steal. Is that not a steal? Like, I don't know. I think it is. Now, this is cool. 2003 E-Tops Marc-Andre Fleury rookie card. Now, I don't know about any of you. Were any of you guys in the E-Tops game back in 2000, 2001, 2002? Because I was waiting for those IPOs, and I was buying copies of those cards and trading them. You could trade them on eBay right from your E-Tops account. They were linked. I built up a lot of my eBay feedback back in the day from E-Tops cards. And when the whole E-Tops game kind of ended, I took delivery of all the hockey cards. I actually have every single eTopps hockey card in a box. I'm looking at it right now. It's over there. I have every single eTopps hockey card ever made. And this Fleury might be one of the best cards of all of them. This is a CGC 8. They're very nice cards. Like, they are really, really nice cards, guys. There's a lot of no names in there. When I just looked through them yesterday, I flipped through I have all 3 years, the complete sets. I flipped through them. There's a lot of scrubs, but there's some great players as well. And I had a lot of fun in the hobby. eTopps was a big part of my hobby there for a couple of years. So wanted to just share that story with you guys and show you that card. This is my card. This Jerome McGinley is my card for sure. 2003 Topps Pristine Gold Refractor, numbered out of 33, PSA 10, Pop 2. Now, when I owned it, it was raw, but when I gave it to Market Fund Your Cards, he said, let's get this one graded. I said, okay, let's get it graded. And look at that. It came back at PSA 10, and someone's going to be buying that now. So it's mine. I love these Topps Pristine Gold Refractors, but I had 5 or 6 of them. I sacrificed them in the Joe Jackson consolidation. You know, you had to make some tough decisions, and it was a tough decision. And, you know, but honestly, I'm not going to miss them. Like, I'll miss them a little bit. They're cool cards, but they're gone now. I'm out of that. I'm not collecting those cards anymore. And that's that for me, but this is a cool card. They're very nice. And they're out of 33. And just the serial number, and I've talked a bit earlier, look at the serial number on the back. Nice, big, thick gold stamp. Die cut on the top. So there it goes, guys. That's, if anyone buys that, let me know. Again, my old card. All right, 2004 SP Authentic Redemption Ovechkin rookie. Now, this is like an XRC. I don't think it's considered a rookie card because in 2004, there was the lockout. Upper Deck still made products. They did SP Authentic, and to capitalize on players to come, they put redemptions in, and then you could redeem them, and then you would get the card once they played, but they're still considered 04 cards. To me, they're rookie cards too. Like, they're as good as a rookie card to me as a rookie card is. So, and they're out of $3.99. It's not autographed. I mean, his SP Authentic Future Watch is out of $9.99 and is autographed. His Ultimate rookie card is autographed as well out of $2.99. This is $3.99 non-auto BGS 85. $410 right now. A really cool card though, especially if you kind of know the story. Oh, this is interesting. 07 Upper Deck limited logos. Now I say, oh, this is interesting because just offside, somebody sent me a message today asking me what I thought about this card and if I thought the patch was good. And I think the patch is good. And I actually sent a message over to Mitch Grotman, who is a fellow kind of patch connoisseur, let's say, and really pays attention to what looks right, what looks wrong, and has a good eye for fakes. And he thinks, he said to me, I have no issues with this card. I said, I don't either. I've seen other patches from this main patch as well. But in any event, this is a third year Ovechkin limited logos out of 50. Only the only year of vertical limited logos until the set that just came out like last week. BGS Pop 1, 2 graded higher for the BGS 8. Nice patch. Let's have a look at the auto, though. Make sure it's held up well. Yeah, the auto's held up pretty well, right? Yeah, it's not pack pulled anymore, this auto, but it's still looking pretty good. 10 on the auto, 10 grade on the auto. I don't know if that would hold still, but a wonderful Ovechkin card nonetheless. $2,500 at the moment on that one. Eric Lindros 2011 Ultimate Collection card is numbered out of 10 of 10. This is a PSA 6. Don't really care about the grade on a card like this. I'd almost prefer it raw, but look at the patches. A nice 3-color up there, a nice 2-color down there. Beautiful autograph. Great Lindros card. Only 10 of those made. That's a great card. $220 seems like a good deal to me right now. 2015 Exquisite Collection Previews. Connor McDavid, numbered out of 99. The reason I seem confused is because I thought I used to own a copy of this card, but I didn't know it was a preview. So I'm just going to open this up and let's see what's going on here. Where does it say preview on here? Rookie, signature, Connor McDavid. I don't see it. I don't see the word preview on here anywhere. This is 15-16 exquisite. Does anybody know? I think that's wrong. I think Fanatics mistakenly put the word previews in. Well, no, it says rookie previews right there on the, oh, the Beckett label says it. Maybe that's why. But why does the Beckett label say that? Am I missing something here, guys? Let me just open that up one more time. Rookies, signatures, exquisite collection, Connor McDavid. I don't see any reference to this being a preview anywhere. And I used to own a copy of this card. I would have maybe known if it was a preview. Now, if I'm just way off, I'm way off. But I actually think that Beckett got this wrong, and Fanatics just put what Beckett put. So I don't think this is a preview, guys. Previews, I thought, we see them in OPC Platinum, where they'll put next year's OPC Platinum cards in this year's OPC, or maybe it's the same year, and they'll put them in the OPC and call it OPC Platinum Preview. This isn't. I don't think this is a preview card, guys. I think that's a mistake on the part of both Beckett and Fanatics. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking myself right there. Linda's first, exactly my thoughts. So anyway, this is a McDavid exquisite auto rookie out of 99 for $2,000. Another McDavid that here's an OPC Platinum Black Ice BGS 9.5 with a 10 auto, numbered out of 50. BGS Pop is a 12, one graded higher, so there is one pristine copy. $4,300 for this one. And then we have an SB Authentic. This is the 95 Retro rookie. Now, this is like an insert. It's BGS 9.5. I was actually surprised to see it at $3,000, but then I thought to myself, it's a rookie year McDavid auto. So maybe I'm not too surprised. Let's just take a quick look at these autos themselves, though. See how they're holding up. Yeah, that auto is perfect, I would say, on the OPC Platinum card. Let's check out the SP Retro here. Yeah, that auto looks great too. Is that a sticker? No, it's not a sticker. No, I don't think that's a sticker. That auto's looking really nice as well. So nice to see that whoever's owned these cards has kept them in good condition so that the autographs would definitely hold up. And then a honorable numbers 2015 McDavid rookie honorable numbers out of 97 BGS 9 at $4,200. Autograph looks great. Is the auto graded? It is. Auto is graded a 10 if you care about auto grades. $4,200 right now on that one for the rookie year honorable numbers. This is a McDavid Ultimate Collection jersey auto out of 99, $3,400. Nice looking card. It's a napkin patch, a napkin jersey, but it's still rookie year Ultimate McDavid, $3,400. We have the Upper Deck Ice Premiers McDavid, no auto, which is how I prefer my Upper Deck Ice Premiers, out of 99 BGS 10, guys, $8,750. This is a great card. The Upper Deck Ice Premiers were awesome in 05, 06, 6, 7, 7, 8. They kind of fell off after that. And now, because back then they only made a few cards out of 99. Now they make a whole bunch out of 99, a whole bunch of different players. But this is a great card. And there is, they made another version that's a retro. This is the original. So I really like this card. And this is my Teemu Selanne, guys. Gave up this Teemu Selanne honorable numbers. This is a PSA 8. It's only 8 copies made. This is in my collection for a couple years at least. It's from 2019. $300 right now. I don't know. I'd have to check to see kind of what I'm into it for and what I estimated that it would sell for. We'll see. We'll see at the end what happened with that. I'm not sure, but if anyone does buy this tonight and gets it, let me know. I'd love to know who took over one of my old cards. And then this is just a fun little comparison here. We've got 2020 Metal Universe, Connor McDavid. So the one on the right is the Precious Metal Gems. The one on the left is not a Precious Metal Gems. It's just a green, but it's because it's got the auto. And to me, it's a PMG with an auto, but it's not a PMG with an auto because if you look at the PMG here, it actually says Precious Metal Gems up in the corner there. Whereas this one does not say anything. So PSA calls it green, where they call this one precious metal gems green. So technically, this is the PMG. $900 for one without the auto, $950 with the auto. This is a card, in my opinion, should not have an autograph. The autograph kind of ruins the card for me. Doesn't completely destroy it, but it just makes like, no, I'll get my McDavid autos on something else, on a different card. Give me a clean PMG without an auto. And then if you're going to add an auto, but now not call it a PMG, you're adding a sticker auto and taking off PMG, which PMG is important in our hobby. I don't know. I just don't like that whole configuration right there. But hey, if you're collecting these McDavid PMGs and sort of semi PMGs, then well, you need these cards for sure. And then the last hockey card tonight, 2023 Upper Deck EX 2000 Double Helix. Never seen these before. This is the first year they put them out. Just a neat looking new insert by Upper Deck. And I think there's a gold version as well, but this has like a ruby foil. These are just neat cards. Neat cards. $120 for the Connor Bedard. Just want to share that with you because these caught my eye and I might search one out eventually. I'd probably go for the Crosby Ovechkin or Crosby McDavid's for my collection. But all right, let's scroll to the top. And before we run out of time, we are going to get to football and soccer. But before we do, let's go back and catch up on some of your comments, guys. I don't want to miss any. So let's see. Yes, hockey. Yes, Laura. Ivan says it is. What is? What did I miss? What is? I'm too late to the comments here, guys. So such a beautiful card. Linda's first says the 88 Gretzky sticker is cool because the cards have Gretzky and King's uniform that season. The sticker is one of the last tops of Peachy in an Oilers uniform. Ah, that is cool. Passaic says Lidstrom also has earlier Swedish sticker releases. Yeah, I don't consider those cards. They're stickers. I don't consider them rookie cards, but that's just me. More for a completionist sort of collector, I suppose. But hey, to each their own, that for sure. Linda's first says, I always thought the young gun should have the rookie card designation because the first card is part of the Canada Cup subset. Yeah, but it's in the NHL. Yeah, you're right. It's a Canada Cup subset. I don't know. You're kind of convincing me here. We should talk about that another time, but I don't disagree. I just don't disagree. I don't want to disagree. Maybe is a better way of putting it. Wesley says, I love hockey cards because of the cool action shots. Not a huge hockey sport fan though. Oh, you're missing out. I've been watching hockey and basketball these playoffs, and it's like the basketball it's fun to watch, but hockey is just so much action. Linda's first says the only previews I know of, right? We talked about that. Web02, regarding the McDavid Exquisite signature rookie previews is the insert set name, card number prefix, ESR rookie previews on the back. Oh, interesting. Okay, thanks for pointing that out. Didn't even think to look at the card number, but it's weird. It doesn't say it anywhere on the card. Okay, good to know. Thank you very much for clearing that up. Ivan says, truly shocking how the modern hobby dismisses hockey cards. They're so nostalgic and unique compared to any other sport class of cards. Well, the modern hobby, you're right, Ivan, but only regionally, and regionally being, mostly in much of the US, I suppose. But here in Canada, it's not dismissed. I'll just let you know that it's not dismissed, but I understand what you're saying for sure. All right, let's now move on to some football cards. We've got cards that have been sold now, guys. So the Terry Bradshaw did sell. Franco Harris, PSA 9 rookie card, is at $2,100 with top 30% eye appeal. Beautiful rookie card right there. Bowman Chrome Tom Brady, $3,600 for the BGS 9.5 and counting. Then we have a PSA 10 Bowman Chrome Tom Brady at $8,700 and counting. These are not the refract, not in counting. That sold. That did sell. Ooh, we didn't get to this Drew Brees. I really like this Drew Brees card. Rookie card out of 20, PSA 10, pop 2, $1,230. How about a Drew Brees Shield 1 of 1, $2,600. Now, is this an actual shield or is this like a laundry tag shield. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's at $2,600 right now. Here's a big Tom Brady booklet game use patch auto card out of 5 for $6,000, still going, while this LaDainian Tomlinson equipment NFL patch shield did sell for $3,720. We have a Peyton Manning gold kaboom from 2018 out of 10 at $8,500. Gold kabooms are like the new PMG greens, right? Actual shield. Thank you, Jake Dahl. Just to click actual shields, guys, actual shields. And we have a Panini on the horizon gold Tom Brady out of 10 for $4,800. On the horizon is an insert that I'm not familiar with, guys, but it kind of looks like a cross between a kaboom and a downtown to me, and maybe a little bit of color blast thrown in there. On the horizon gold. Now, I don't know if that's good or bad, but it sold for $4,800. And the vertical Jaden Daniels kaboom rookie BGS 10 pristine is at $8,500 and counting. Okay, I kind of rushed through the football. I only had, 11 cards that really stuck out to me, but I wanted to talk to you guys and talk about some soccer cards, and they looks like they've all been sold. Because, first of all, I put Messi on the thumbnail for this episode, first of all. Second of all, because I discovered when I was looking at the auction this week, I discovered that Mega Cracks is a set that comes out every year, going back to basically 2004. So look at his rookie card. We've got the PSA 5 sold tonight for $3,600. We got the PSA 8 that sold tonight for $15,000 from 2004. There was no 05 for sale, but look at the 06 Messi Mega Cracks. Like, you can tell it's from the same design, the same company. It's Panini, but it's from the same brand. And I didn't know that. I just never paid attention to Messi cards, other than his World Cup stuff, his Prism stuff, and his Mega Cracks rookie. But here's his 2006 Mega Cracks PSA 9, sold for $444. Nice looking card. Here's his 2007 PSA 8, got $65. 2010, couple from 2010, 2011 Panini Mega Cracks Messi. There's 2012, another 2012, 2014, 2015, 2017, a couple of them from 17 there, 2018, and 2020. I didn't know Mega Cracks was still a thing, guys. So I don't know. I just learned that today, or not today, a couple of days ago, and thought I'd just kind of share that with you. I don't know if it's new. Maybe I'm the only one who this is new to, but if not, well, there you go. We all learned something today. So, and then this, I believe, this is the Fund Your Cards filter for the week. Mark at Fund Your Cards has a Topps Chrome Superfractor 1 of 1. This sold. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but $2,250. There's a Messi Topps Chrome MLS Orange Refractor with the auto 19 1/4 still going. These three have sold. Looks like he's got a whole big men on court set, almost a whole set. Charles Barkley's at $150. David Robinson at $120. These aren't bad prices. Grant Hill at $130. Akeem Olajuwon at $168. There's a Pippin Take-It2.net PSA 9 sold for $180. That seems like a good price. You got the Sean Kemp and the Alonzo Mourning as well. And then there's my Jerome McGinley sold for $222. I thought the price was higher than that when we looked at it last, but I guess not. $222 is what we get for my Jerome McGinley card. Nice to see. These two on the end have sold. The Rod Strickland Molten Metal Fusion Titanium is at $52. It's kind of cheap for that, for any Molten Metal Fusion Titanium, but I guess it's Rod Strickland. Oh, my Solani is still going at $350. Maybe I had that confused with the Aginla, the price. These other two have sold. And what's going on here? Oh, these are for next week. Oh, I didn't hit just this week on this. There we go. That'll change that up. So, okay, only these ones available. There we go. All right. So now what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to just check out your comments. We'll see what I missed. And then we're going to go see what things have been selling for. And we'll start over here with baseball. Ooh, lots of cards have been sold. So first of all, actual shield, said Jake Dahl, from the front neck of the jersey. Okay, that makes sense. Passaic, remember those good old Hobby Insider days? I sold you one of the out of 20 vintage memorabilia Leafs goalie, I think 15 to 20 years ago. No doubt. Okay, it's good to see you again. Your name seemed familiar to me. Good to see an old hobby insider here on the show. Yeah, Bill, you're from those old days too, right? He says I have the full 06 Leafs posted in my Instagram gallery along with some of the heritage cards. And Linda's first, that Solani honorable numbers is a gorgeous card. It is. Giving up the Solani honorable numbers for me, I'm okay with it. I've got a very nice collection of Solani, and I just decided to let this one go for whatever reason. I like it. I don't love the looks of it, but I like it, and I guess I want to love it, so I let it go. But I hope it goes to good home, and I'm happy to. We talked about it last night on Sports Cards Live. When you give up a card, the difference between giving up a card that you love, like moving it to somebody else, versus a card you don't really care about. When I give up a card I've loved or it was really important to me, I care about where it goes. I do. I mean, I'm probably silly, but I do care. A lot of people don't care, but I do. So I'd love to see where that ends up. Just logged in there. Karlamov 17, new design. Yeah, it is still going. I no longer own Hobby Insider. I sold it in January to a new owner, the same guy that owns Sports Card Forum. And I think he also owns, what's the one that a bunch of basketball guys went to? Oh, I just can't think of the name right now. But he owns a couple of hobby message board communities. And I owned Hobby Insider from 2012 until 2025. So I had a good run, but no more. I'm just too busy with Sports Cards Live and other things. So, but good to see you here anyway, Karlamov 17. Certainly remember your name. Okay, now let's see what's been sold. The Ty Cobb Bat on Shoulder gets $4,200 US, and these all do include buyer's premium. These beautiful, beautiful background 41 play balls. The Bobby Doer does $552. I don't know how to say his name. Doer, $552. The Charlie Geringer does $528. Hank Greenberg's still going, unless it just sold right now. We're at the end of the second 5-minute extended bidding window, and yes, it sold for $504. The Ted Williams gets $2130, $1,080 for the Pee Wee Reese, $5,160 for the Ted Williams 48 Leaf, $9,900 for the PSA 6 Clemente, $204 for the Yogi Berra, $3,120 for the Yastrzemski rookie card, $1,830 for the 72 tops Roberto Clemente. We had 2 tops Tiffany Griffey's. The PSA 8 sells for $240 and the PSA 9 $444. That's just such good value. The Dufex 95 Pinnacle Ken Griffey Jr. sells for $117. The 97 Flair Showcase Diamond Cuts Griffey gets $504. $1,200 for the 97 Topps Chrome Refractor. Griffey $3,300 and counting on the Brilliance 24 karat gold Sammy Sosa. Look at the StarQuest Gold Frank Thomas, gets $660. I think that was a steal tonight, guys. Someone got a steal on that card. The Shohei Ohtani's $3,600 for the Topps Triple Threads and $5,520 for the Topps Dynasty. I'm going to grab a sip of water. The Jeter Superfractor, $3,720. The Dynasty Mike Trout patch with the cool baseball patch, $1,650. The Nolan Ryan Auto, $222. The Jackson Holiday Superfractor gets $3,960. So I think there's only the Sammy Sosa left, isn't that right? Only the Sosa left. So let's refresh and clean this up. We're down to the Sosa at $3,300. Basketball, the Maravich gets $3,120. The Jordan PSA 1.5, $2,760. The Showcase Legacy Row 1 Shaq gets $480. These 2 are still going. These 3 sold. The Jordan Auto from SPX gets $23,400. $23.10 on the Row 1 Shaq over here, and $840 for the Row 2. So $23.10 and $840 versus much lower prices here, but the grades are also lower. $720 for the 97 Row 0. Rubies and Super Rave are still going. Not surprised. $37.20 on the Ultra Stars Gold. $1,020 on the Centurions Refractor. The AI, Allen Iverson Essential Credentials gets $49.20. $1,000 and counting here, so we'll come back. $552 on the Kobe Elevators. $52.80 on the Shaquille O'Neal Raise the Roof. $11.7 on the, what is it, I think a deteriorated Kobe Bryant Precious Metal Gems. $16.8 on the Dual Auto, where the Jordan, and we're pretty certain is on card, but the Kobe is an auto. $45.60 on the Harley Davidson Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Tyrese Halliburton NBA logo man out of 5 gets $21,600. Wow. $3,600 on the Wemby Kaboom and $13,000 on the Flawless Gold and counting. So there we go, guys. Bunch of sales there. We're going to refresh and clean this up. We should be down to 4 or 5 cards. 7 left there for another minute and a half. Hockey. All right. The PSA 2 second year or gets 3 1/4. 1830 on the third year Topps PSA 10 Gretzky. 2040 on the 84 O-Pee-Chee PSA 10 Gretzky. 132 on, as we just learned, the last Edmonton uniform Gretzky card of the 80s. Really, right? That's a really cool observation there. I think that was Linda's first that told us that. $75 on the Lidstrom rookie, non-rookie, whatever. $156 for a PSA 10 Pop 6 Gretzky. $156. I think that's a steal. I do. $72 on the Marc-Andre Fleury E-Tops. $222 for my old card, a Ginla. $540 on the Ovechkin SB Authentic XRC. $3,000 for the Ovechkin Limited logos. $380 and counting there. $2,400 on the Connor McDavid Exquisite Collection previews. We've been schooled. We've been learned. $5,400 on the Black Ice O-Pee-Chee Platinum McDavid. $3,600 for the 95 Retro SP Authentic, the 95 Retro SP. $5,040 on the Honorable Numbers McDavid. $4,080 on the Ultimate. $10,500 on the Ice Premieres. My Solani sells for $420. $1,110 on the Precious Metal Gems PSA 8 McDavid, and looks like the auto version is going to sell for more. Let's see if did it just sell. I didn't. Yep. Oh no, it's still going. $1,025, but that's actually going to be over $1,200 now. $1,230, I believe, as we sit right now. So it's going to outsell the auto one. Is going to outsell the one without the auto. I much prefer the one without the auto, and the Bedard sells for $150. Okay, let's just see if anything else kind of sold there in the last couple seconds. I think these had all been sold already. So we're going to clean this page up now, clean up the hockey page. Down to 2 cards on hockey. Football. Let's clean this one up. What's left? Just the Drew Brees Shield. 1 of 1, $3,000. That's a great card. And soccer has pretty much all been sold. So we're going to close off soccer. We're going to close this one. We're going to close these two. We are down now, guys, to the Sammy Sosa Fleer Brilliance 24 karat gold out of 24 is at $3,500. We've had some sales here in the basketball now. The Magic Johnson second year BGS 9.5 with the NBA sticker sells for $2,040. Now we've got $930 sold on the 96 row 2 Legacy out of $150, $444 for the row 0 BGS 9.5 Shaq. So all those have sold. The Ruby sold for $10,800. Oh, I wish I could have bought that card. $6,500, but that is still going. So we're down to 3 basketball. We're going to clean these ones up. My favorite card of the night right there, $10,800. We're down to 3 basketball cards, the 1 baseball card, and the 2 hockey cards. And we have 3 minutes left in this particular 5-minute window of all access extended bidding. All right, what did I miss from you guys? Not much here. Oh, you ask if it's blowout. No, blowout is not. Blowout is owned by Blowout Cards. So he owns is it Hobby Kings? Something like that. I think it is. Cardboard Freedom, maybe one of these things. I'm not exactly sure. James Wynn, that was on the Griffey Tiffany's, right? 240 to 444. Not bad. Not bad for what? Not bad for the buyer or not bad for the seller? I think it's not bad for the buyer, but I don't know what the comps are, so I don't really know. Larry's Classic says all those McDavids could go into the Marcel Dion range if he can't get his name on a cup. Yeah, I don't know if it goes into the I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if it goes into the Marcel Dion range. I mean, Marcel Dion never had the fanfare that McDavid does. It was a different era and time, of course. I think he's a level up, but I don't know that he's, is he going to be GOAT status without a Stanley Cup? I don't know. But keep in mind, the Edmonton Oilers went up against the New York Islanders in the Stanley Cup Finals 2 years in a row and lost before they finally won, and then they won 3 in a row. So I know it's a different thing, but can they do it again next year, the Oilers? Maybe. I mean, McDavid and Draisaitl are so solid, they are so solid. And then after that, it's just a big plummet on that team overall. Like Evander Kane just causes trouble for that team. I think he's a liability, unfortunately. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he's great. He's great for sure. Jeff Skinner turned out to be a bust for them. Stuart Skinner's basically can't get it done. Goaltending is suspect. Bouchard, he's pretty good. So Bouchard, Nugent-Hopkins, Draisaitl, McDavid, and then they got to fill in the rest of the roster. Maybe they can get back there, but I don't know. The Panthers are good. I think the Panthers are going to win. They're going to probably win the Stanley Cup at home. Was it tomorrow or the next day? And that'll be that. So Wesley says solid sales tonight. And Linda's first says Dion is nowhere near McDavid. Just look at their playoff stats. Plus, McDavid has a playoff MVP, not to mention 5 scoring titles and 3 MVPs. Dion has 1 Art Ross. That's it. Yeah, it's not even close. I think there's a whole bunch of players who've never won a championship. I keep a list here, actually. I keep a list. I just made this. I made this list one day. Okay, so here's who I have for players who have never won the championship. And I got all 4 major sports here. Hockey, Jarome Iginla, Marcel Dion, Brad Park, Dale Hawerchuk, Matt Sundin, Mike Gardner, Roberto Luongo, Paul Stastny, Pierre Turgeon, Gilbert Perreault, Henrik Lundqvist, Joe Thornton, Carey Price, Jonathan Tavares, Patrick Marleau, Phil Housley, Shane Doan, Adam Oates, Curtis Joseph, Eric Lindros, Pavel Bure. Okay, that's hockey. Not Ryan Smith, Daryl Sittler, the Sedin brothers, Jean Rattel, Borje Salming, Tony Esposito. Those guys have never won Stanley Cups, but a lot of these guys have huge collector followings. Iginla, Matt Sundin, Roberto Luongo, Gilbert Perreault does very well, Carey Price, Eric Lindros, Pavel Bure. I mean, these guys are heavily collected to this day. So there's hockey. If you want, I'll just read you off the other sports too. Basketball, Tracy McGrady, John Stockton, Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Steve Nash, Reggie Miller, Dominique Wilkins, Vince Carter, Yao Ming, Penny Hardaway, Grant Hill, Chris Mullin, Elgin Baylor, Chris Paul, Paul George, Amari Stoudemire, Dikembe Mutombo, Carmelo Anthony, and Westbrook. None of those guys won a championship. Football, Randy Moss, Warren Moon, Fran Tarkenton, LaDainian Tomlinson, Marino, and Barry Sanders. And baseball, I've got Ernie Banks, Tony Gwynn, Ken Griffey Jr., Ted Williams, Barry Bonds, Ty Cobb. Pretty solid list of players there, right? So anyway, you can be very hobby popular without winning a championship. I think McDavid will fall into the better among the best of those names that we see, right up there with the Griffeys and the Bonds and the best names that you just heard me read off. So Jeff McMahon says Kane hurts Edmonton with stupid penalties. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's a liability. He's alive, and I don't think that he instigates the other team in a way that works for you. You have an instigator. You have a player who gets under the skin of another team. Like Matthew Tkachuk is good at it. Brad Marchand is good at it. Kane, I think they just don't care. I think the other team just thinks he's a clown. Passaic says Oilers should draft nothing but goalies and cross their fingers. Yeah, or just find one, right? For sure. Game 6 is on Tuesday, guys. NBA is on Monday. Thank you, Laura. All right. So let's see what's happened since we were chatting there, guys. Looks like we're into the next window. We're already 2.5 minutes in. The Sammy Sosa is still going, as are these 3 basketball cards, the 2 Shaqs and the Wembanyama. The hockey cards are still going as well. Actually, I'm going to hit refresh. Maybe these are not going anymore. Sosa's going. No, they seem to all still be going. Yep, still alive, still alive. 3,100 on the Breeze Shield, and still alive for another 2 minutes. Let's see what happened. And as far as bids going, we need a bid. So this one could end. The bonds could end if it doesn't get a bid in the next minute 50. The Shaq Slam Funk is still going. PSA 10. Let's have a look at the population of this one. I'm going to reopen. I shouldn't have closed that window. So let's reopen up the PSA window. We're going to go to research and cert verification. 5351. Oh, hold on. Where'd it go? No. Damn it. Oh. 53, 51, 34, 80. Is that what I saw? 53, 51. Yeah, 34, 80. All right. Search. Let's see what the pop is on that. It's funny. When you come there, all you see is a Funko Pop. Pop 24 for that Shaquille O'Neal PSA 10 from 1998 Skybox Premium. The Slam Funk. Pop 24 for a PSA 10 at $11.25. That seems cheap to me. I don't know. Now, I guess the card, it's kind of cool. It looks to be an acetate card. I've seen these before. I don't remember exactly what they are, but I think it's an acetate, and you can just kind of tell by looking at the back. It's not the, I bet this card looks a lot better against a light background, because I seem to think that this was a nice card. It doesn't look great against the black background. I actually can't see some words right here. I guess that says Slam. Yeah, it says Slam Funk right there. It's hard to see it, but it's there. And yeah, this card would look better if they would photo. Some cards, I wish Fanatics would photograph against the proper background that really showcases the card itself. But they have their standard photographing process, I guess, and it doesn't adjust for what looks best for the card. But that seems like a good price to me for a PSA 10 out of 24. All right. Let's go back. Don't want to lose those. So all three. Okay, so we're into the next window. This is the last 5-minute window, and then we're into the 1-minute windows, guys. So 3,700 on the Sosa, 7,000 now on the Super Rave, right? The Ruby's already sold. 1150 now. It got a bid, the Slam Funk. And look at this, the Wembanyama Flawless Gold out of 10. PSA 10 Pop 1 is at $15,000 now. Now, this card to me, it's generational talent. That's cool. It's a base card, gold parallel out of 10 with a diamond. That's a very small diamond in there. $15,000, which is, it's actually $18,000 with buyer's premium. There's the Slam Funk. On the hockey side, the Lindros is up to $450, and it's got another bid, so it'll make its way into the 1-minute windows. And we're now up to $1,200 on the McDavid Green. I can't say PMG, but the McDavid, I can't help myself, PMG Green sticker auto, $1,200 plus buyer's premium right now. So we'll see what happens there. All right. Let's do this for a moment. Why don't we're going to open up another window, and let's have a look at what's going on in next week's auction, because it is also live. So here's next week's auction, and I'm going to sort by highest price just to get us to some interesting cards right off the bat. Bit of a preview. Michael Jordan, BGS 9.5 rookie. There's the BGS 9.5 Duncan Go Nuts Jordan. And look at that. It's a 9.5, but it's got 2 10s. So it's pretty close to a BGS 10 pristine. $7,750 right now. Ooh, the Topps Rockstars Refractor die cut PSA 10. I used to have this exact card. Not this copy, but this exact card. I don't think this copy. Sold that at the National actually a couple of years ago. $5,250 right now. I think I sold it for right around $3,000 or $4,000. So it's obviously gone up in value since I did that. Ooh, Satchel Paige, 49 Bowman rookie, PSA 5.5. Let's have a look at that. I own a copy of this card. Mine's a 5, not a 5.5, But mine is a better center than this. But outside of the center, this is a very nice card. His corners are really nice. Edges are nice. Good color. Slight registration issue there, I think. Just the edge of his ear. Look at that, the shadow off the edge of his ear. Can you guys see that? And off his neck there and down the side of the collar. But, I mean, we're really nitpicking at that point. Such a cool card. Great Satch. I mean, his 48 leaf is unattainable for most people, so this is a great alternative. There's speaking of 48 leaf, there's a Jackie. 3,100 for a PSA 1. We'll look at these again next week, I'm sure, but just have a little preview here while we have a few minutes to kill. This thing's, I mean, look at this is sort of, it's a bit of a beater, but I've seen worse. Definitely seen worse. It's got a crease coming right from the right edge all the way through to his eyebrow. Crease right there. Tons of surface kind of issues. Severely rounded corners. Some surface wear over here. But it's a Jackie rookie. It's a well-loved Jackie rookie, guys. That's what I love about it. A well-loved Jackie rookie. Okay, I think the window's about to end. 50 seconds. We'll come back. I want to see more of next week. Another nice Drew Brees card at $2,800. Dr. J, PSA 9. Ooh, this thing. Is that? I just want to see the sound. I kind of made that sound because the centering. Yeah, this is not going to grade a 9 anymore. Look at that top to bottom centering. It's got the big fisheye right there. And now it's white on yellow, which is hard to see, but I'll make it bigger so you guys can maybe see it better. See right there? I don't want that on my copy. This is not a PSA 9 anymore. I don't think there's any way this is still a PSA 9. Maybe it is. Maybe that top to bottom centering would still qualify. Even side to side, it's off center. This is probably maybe an 8 nowadays. I would certainly not be paying 9 prices for that card anymore. Okay, let's go here. Okay, so we're done. We're done on this one. The Sosa sells for $4,440 for the 24 karat Brilliance PSA 8, $4,440. Basketball, they're all still going. Are they also? We're into the 1 minute window, so this isn't going to take long. They all need a bid in the next 30 seconds. What happened to the Flawless? It is still going. The McDavid sold for $1,440. We need a bid on the Lindros in the next 20 seconds. It's at $450. But let's sit here for, okay, we can close this up. Okay, these might all sell right now, guys. Peter Joe has his eyes on that Jackie PSA 1. I love it. Okay, looks like these 3 are going to sell right now. Oh, did this one get it? The Wemby got a bid at the last second. It got a bid at the last second. So the Super Rave Shaq does $8,700. Great healthy price for that card. $1,410 on the Slam Funk, and the Wemby is still going. McDavid sold. Oh, and not only did the Lindros get into this 1 minute window, it's going into the next one too. And look at this, the Breeze is still going at $3,500. All right, things are moving fast now, guys. 25 seconds. Let's just clear this up and leave Wemby on his own. 20 seconds. Will he get another bid? Let's see. Passaic liked the page, the Satchel page. $8 bargain. I don't know what that's in reference to. I'm sorry. Okay. Does a snipe bid come in here at the last second? I'm going to guess no. Doesn't look like. It looks like this one will sell for about 18.6. Exactly 18.6. Look at that. I can do math in my head, guys. And the Lindros is going for another minute here. It's at 480, 3,600 and counting on the Breeze. So basketball is done for the night, guys. We're going to close that window. We are down to the Lindros and the Drew Breeze. All right, let's just take a quick second and scroll through. Oh, one of my favorite vintage cards. It's fallen for me, though, in my priority quite a bit, is the 53 Topps Willie Mays. It's still probably my favorite image ever on a baseball card, but owning this card itself is not as high of a priority for me as it once was, even as recently as the last year's National, when I almost almost pulled the trigger on a copy. All right. Oh, Breeze is going, but looks, oh, Lindros and Breeze are both going to go for another minute. We have some bidding wars on our hands here, guys. We got some bidding wars going on. Still going for another minute. Such a beautiful image of Willie Mays. I just love the art, love the background. 53 tops. It's the PSA 6, $1,575. That'll be ending next week. Big Ovechkin card here. Wow, this is a beauty. So this, we talked about Ice Premieres earlier tonight already, but this is the Ice Premier Auto Patch now out of 10. One of the, if not the rarest. Now Ovechkin, because his jersey number is 8, his cup RPA out of 8 is rarer. But for most players, this is the rarest RPA. And like the Ultimates out of 25, the Cups out of 99 or 199 in 0506 and 249 in later years. On-card auto. The patch I don't think is game used, but I love the design of these. The beautiful acetate finish, full body shot. Great card. Decent patch, 3 colors. Not the prettiest patch out there, but it's decent. I've seen worse, that's for sure. Let's go to page 2 of next week. Let's see what's going on here, though. Still going. Oh, 5. This is up to 5 1/4 now, and extended again into the next minute. While the Breeze needs a bid. Needs a bid still. There's a nice Shohei card. Yzerman PSA 10 rookie cards at $1,225. Let's have a look at that. Oh, it looks nice. Pretty nice. Not perfect, but pretty nice. Here we go. Is that it for the Breeze? 5 seconds. It needs a bid or it's done. 50. Oh, there's the bid. Bid 51 came in just at the very end. And the Lindros, I think that's going to flip into the next window as well. Yeah, so these are still going. We do have bidding wars on our hands here, everybody. We do. All right, let's go to you guys. Larry's Classic. Happy with my win of a 1987 Panini sticker Gretzky PSA 6 with great eye appeal for $8. There, that's what that was. As if I won the McDavid PMG green that got too rich for my blood. I prefer reds, even though it's lower numbered. That's, yeah, buy what you like, Larry. I'm with you all day long. Oh, that's what that $8 bargain was. There we go. Joe Perot, Beater Joe, has his eyes on that Jackie PSA 1. He says, I would have to liquidate my other Jackie, which is even more of a beater. Well, that's the you want to pay the price to upgrade, right? Go wash your mouth out with soap regarding the 53 Mays. What, that it's fallen down my priority list? It has, Joe. It just has. You know why? I just really like pre-war more than post-war. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Love a good old-fashioned bidding war on Sports Cards Live. That's okay. There we go. Bidding war is over. Eric Lindros sells for $630, but the Breeze is still going. 4,000 now. Needs a bid in the next 40 seconds. The Eric Lindros does sell for $630. Beautiful Eric Lindros card right there. A guy who has a ton of collectors, passionate collectors, lifelong collectors, but he never won the Stanley Cup, but he had a Hall of Fame career. So I think McDavid cards will fare just fine, but I think that they will not reach their total potential as if he had won a Stanley Cup. And we've been saying for years that he had Stanley Cups baked into his pricing. We're going to find out if we've been right about that. Were we right about that? Or was just baked into his own pricing? And it's extended again. The Drew Brees is going again. It got another bid to $4,100. This is our final last man standing card of the night, final survivor. Okay. We all love art. I love it. Yes, Wesley. Yeah, the maze is so beautiful, but yeah, I'm more right now. I find myself really lusting after 39 and 41 play balls, 48 Leaf, 48 Bowman, 49 Bowmans. Like those are some of the cards that I find myself really wanting to pick up nowadays. And you know, as I really start to lean into my flight collecting. Joe, I don't know when you got here, but I was talking about flight collecting earlier and mentioned that we were talking about it last night, and that you coined the term. You coined the term last night on Sports Cards Live. And I'm running with it, buddy, because it really speaks to me. I just love it. I just love it. All right. Another bid on the Breeze has come in, and we need a bid in the next 47 seconds or it's going to sell for $4,200. But let's have some more looks at next week's items. So this Iserman PSA 10, I'm trying to figure out if it has any tilt. Does it have slight tilt? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's a decent PSA 10. I'll just leave it at that for this week. We'll maybe take a closer look again next week. A 52 Topps Willie Mays. PSA 5. That's a nice copy. It's obviously off-center, but when it comes to, like, if I were to ever pick up a 52 Topps Willie Mays, I'm not going to be that picky about the centering. I'm going to be most picky about the surface. Is it clean? Does it have any snow? Is it scuffed? How's the boldness of the color? How's the registration? That's what I'm going to be looking for. Another bid. Still going. Still going. That's a nice 52 Topps Willie Mays. Oh, another Ultra Stars Gold Shaquille O'Neal, BGS 9.5. So 2 weeks in a row. Let's see what else. 84 Star Jordan. Not the 101. The Professor picked up the 1980 O-Pee-Chee. You picked up a second-year Gretzky, PSA 8. Very nice. I did look at that card. I thought it was just a fine copy. So congratulations on that, Professor. Absolutely. Oh, let's have a look at this. Card number 2 on my want list right now is this exact Lou Gehrig. This is a PSA 3. Not going to be the copy for me, but it's pretty nice, but not a copy I will be purchasing. And here's why. I'll show you. Oh, no, we're already there. It's this dual kind of color on the corner where you've got this sort of staining on the stock, and then the corner is worn down. Yeah, not the copy for me, but very nice anyway. Good registration. I'll find my copy eventually, guys. I promise. Okay. We're going to go. Okay. The Breeze is sold $5,160. I was hoping it would sell because as I'm coughing more, I want to wrap this up, give my voice a rest. Laura, calling the cops, Professor, an absolute steal. Good stuff. Passaic says, thanks, Gomez. This was enjoyable. Have a good evening. You bet. Gomez was my handle on Hobby Insider. Still is, for that matter, and some other message boards. So good to see you again. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. We are going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight. Thanks, Wesley. Appreciate you guys jumping in here with me. As always, had some fun. Thank you, Linda's First. Yeah, I am on the mend. I feel myself getting better, although it might just be the Tylenol cold. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how tomorrow and the next day go. But I'll be back Wednesday night and Thursday night for more action here on the channel. And, of course, next Saturday and Sunday. Yet again, thank you, Professor. I appreciate that. Sorry we couldn't make it work this weekend. That's unfortunate. But next time for sure. All right, guys. I think that's it. And, if you want, I don't know if I mentioned at the top of the show, but I am now loading these episodes onto podcast on its own podcast, Sports Cards Live Auction Nights. It's a separate podcast altogether, so you can definitely check those out there. Joe S says, Jeremy, longtime listener, first time poster. Well, good to have you here, Joe. Always love a longtime listener, first time poster. I purchased a big card on Fanatics tonight. Are you aware of any consultation services in the hobby? Send me an email. Joe. If you happen to use the Sports Cards Live affiliate link, just so everybody knows, is posted to the top of the chat on YouTube, and it's in the video description below. If you click that link and then place your bid, I will earn a small commission, and I'm very grateful for it. If you didn't do that, but you click that link before you pay for the auction, I should earn a small commission, and I'll be very grateful for that. As far as consultation service, send me an email, sportscardsliveshow@gmail.com, Joe, and we can chat over there, and I can tell you what I know. Laura, appreciate the advice. Yes, I've been drinking tea. I've been drinking some tea. Thank you very much. Thinking about cracking and regrading, but could use some advice. Reach out to me, Joe. Reach out. Yeah, very nice. Linda's first. We're welcoming you aboard, Joe. And yeah, as you know, we're live here quite often, but thanks for joining us. And thank you everybody for joining tonight. We'll see you again soon. I'm going to sign off right now. Have a great week. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there again, and have a great week ahead, everybody. We'll see you back here soon.